Hello guys, today I'm going to teach you how to assemble computer from scratch, and I am going to explain this in English. I'll try my best to explain in English so that everybody can understand, including the other countries. So first, what we have here is a motherboard Asus brand with a model of TUF B450M Plus Gaming. So this board is an AMD board, and I have here a Ryzen 5 34G 3400G. um, so I'm gonna explain first this motherboard so that you could understand what's components inside or parts that we need to know about in this particular board. So here we go. So by the way, for safety purposes, um, you need to have an electrostatic rest band in your hands, because your body has an electrostatic discharge. So that discharge is enough electricity that can cause damage to this board. So since I don't have, so it's my own risk. So anyway, let us just continue. And this plastic bag, this is an anti-electrostatic discharge bag. So that's why you come to see some of the computer parts sold in the store. They pack this kind of packaging. So anyway, so I will going to tour you in this board. I will going to explain which part is more important. So I will start to explain in the socket itself. So this is the socket processor, and this is the memory slot. This is where the memory RAM will be put, and this is the PCIe slot also. This will, from here you can put your graphic cards. Actually it has two, and you can put another video card here, two video card that will you are going to use, so that it will be much more smooth graphic results. You just want to have a SLI connector. And this is the chipset. The job of the chipset is will translate the inputs from the board itself to the processor. So these two will communicate each other. So not the processor will communicate directly to the pieces of the board, but only the chipset. So if you are buying motherboards, you have to consider the chipset too. Okay. So I hope you can see. It's kind of dark here. Let me turn on this one. This is the power socket. The power socket for your board, and this is the power socket for the processor itself. Okay. And this socket here are for the SATA hard drives. This board capable of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 SATA hard drives. So it's a very ideal that you have to put everything in the first socket. So like memory, this is the first socket. So you have to put the memory here. So regardless of the model of the board, sometimes they keep on looking in the first bank of the memory. So if you put the memory here in the second, it will cause error. So you need to put it here to make sure that the motherboard will look up in the first bank of the memory. So SATA, this is the SATA 1, SATA 2, 3, 4, and so on. I hope it is viewable to you guys. I think it's kind of dark in here. What else? This is the battery of the board, and this will handle the power of BIOS. So if you notice that some of your computer, the time, every time you power on the computer, the time keeps on resetting. So that indicates that the battery of your board is defective already, so you have to purchase another one. This is very cheap only. In fact, in the other store you can ask for free battery. And one more important thing is the panel. These panel connectors are for the front panel, which is the power button, the reset, the HD read, and the power lead. So as you can see here, sorry, it's kind of blurry. Anyway guys, I will show you later on if I connect the power lead, the HD lead, the power button, and the reset button later if I mount this one to the casing. So yeah, I think pretty much it. So this one is the power supply of the board itself, so I explained it earlier. And this is the input output of the motherboard. So this board provides backward compatibility for the PS2 connector like mouse and keyboard, but right now it's USB already, so we can put it in here. And the video output is DVI and HDMI. This is a USB 3. I forgot the one. This one. And USB 2. The LAN port and the audio port. One more thing important to know about the board is the model itself, because if you buy motherboard, they provide you the manual, but I decide to show directly in the board itself because usually people ignore the manual. So here, so usually the model will be put in here in the beside the PCI slot, but this board is in the memory, so maybe for more visibility they put the model in that board. So the purpose of that model is that if you happen that you have a PC and become defective and you have reformatted it, all the drivers are not being installed, so you need to reinstall it. You have to go to the internet and browse that model in the ASUS and download the drivers depending what OS you have. So I think that's it. So I'm going to unbox this one, the processor Ryzen, and I'm going to show you to install the processor in the